What's up, my friend? I want to talk to you guys because I've been seeing a lot of people. I pinched my finger when I was setting up the camera. Anyways, a lot of people have been writing saying, I am not a good writer. I am not sure of myself. I have confidence issues about my book. No one's going to buy it. I'm okay with not being seen. This is what you guys are saying to me. I'm okay with just writing it and no one. You guys listen, listen, Linda, listen. I'm talking to you this episode and also talking to myself. The world, for whatever reason, has set us up to believe that we don't deserve the life that we want. And so, sorry, I hurt myself. There's no flesh wound. Actually, there's a little flesh wound. Anyway, it's time for us to get rid of that idea. You, me, and you, your mama and your cousin too. The reason why we're going to get rid of it is because a lot of people who should not have the power over our lives have the power over our lives. And it's because we have not decided that we deserve more. And they have, for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. Imposters don't have imposter syndrome. So if you're having a struggle with your imposter syndrome, know that automatically disqualifies you from being an imposter. Number one, because you want to help people. So I'm going to explain to you over a series. I'm not going to try to do it all in one because that's a long ass video. I'm going to do it in a series of videos and kind of break down what I've seen in looking back on the memory. I'm sorry, I just do that all the time because I'm a musician. Anyways, looking back on my life and realizing where this imposter syndrome stuff comes from. And hopefully it will help you as well. The first thing that I realized on this whole imposter syndrome thing is a lot of us, which is why this channel is aimed towards the 40 and older, were raised in a world by children of the Depression. Basically, children were supposed to be seen and not heard. So anytime you said something, it was like, be quiet, go sit down. Sit down. Hold up. Be humble. Hold up. Sit down. And that is something that, honestly, at that time, depending on where you come from, for me specifically, that was necessary because during those years of their lives in the 40s and 50s and 60s, whatever, being loud and being boisterous and whatever could mean you could die, literally die. And so they taught us the best way to survive, which was sit down, be humble, don't make noise, blah, blah. And we carry this on to adulthood. Well, right now, my friend, that is not the case. As a matter of fact, you and me, are needed to speak up because we're one of the few people, I believe, with common sense. Now, whether you're doing a fiction book or a nonfiction book, this is for you. I'm giving you now the freedom to stop being quiet, to stop being okay with not being seen and not heard, and to see it as your duty to make sure that your book, your ideas, are seen and read and heard because the world is spiraling out of control. I think when people say that, because people like you and I are sitting back and being quiet and not speaking up and not demanding compensation for our work, not demanding that our work be seen, not trying to figure it out. By the way, I have a 21-day course that does all that. You guys listen, I'm going to share it up. I have sold over 260, actually, I think right now we're at 290 something thousand books using the process that I'm giving you down below. And here's the thing, I'm not an amazing marketer. That's probably the only course I will ever make. And I'm telling you this because I don't want to be a course creator. I want to be a book writer. And I felt like I had to do that because there were so many people that were wondering how I did it. And so I created this course. Right now it's $21. And after the first, which is my birthday, it's going to go up. I think if I were you, I'd spend $21 to get this information from someone who's doing what I do. But you don't have to. You can wait till September 1st and then it goes up and you can do it then. Whatever. The point that I'm trying to make to you is that even just doing that right there was something I had to tell myself that's okay to do. Offering a $21 product that I know is going to help you because I use it to help me was something I had to struggle with saying that you're worthy enough to do that. When I wrote the book series that did 290 something thousand copies, you know what I got the first time? I got, this book is horrible, poorly written, edits, problem, but all this other stuff. But you know what I also got from the people that I wrote it for, the people that I care about to this day, that I just got off an email from today with? I got, thank you so much. This is exactly what my kid needed. This helped my son. This helped my daughter. This helped them kind of get over the hump. I really appreciate it. And that's what you are writing for. You know what? If you post a book on Amazon or anywhere else digitally and you get something that there's something wrong with it, you can always go back and update the file. I did. And it still helps people. So the first thing I want you to understand is that, yes, you might have been raised by, parents or whatever in that world that said, sit down and be humble. And that was a survival mode. We are no longer in survival. We are now in surthrival. You like what I did there? Anyways, so I need for you to give yourself permission to not be overlooked, to not be discarded, to not be one of the people that sell 2 books in their life, to be a person that knows that your message is important, knows that your fiction story or your nonfiction story is important. I just got off a call with someone who's going to help me kind of get set up some podcasts. And you know what? When I was a kid, I thought I hated reading. You know why I thought I hated reading? Because none of the stories were for me, which is why I'm probably going to make a video talking about why, no, I'm not going to read the classics because they weren't written for me. Is there some good stuff in there? I'm sure there is. And that is great. And should I study them? Maybe I'll study 1 or 2, maybe. But it's very important for you and me to find authors that we can identify with because they're writing stories about us that we can help improve our lives, period. Now, as you know from other videos that I made, I read authors from all different walks of life because you do need to know some different perspectives. You don't want to be in an echo chamber. But all this to say, you also need to add some, and I think I have a video coming out about that too, some authors that you don't have to use your edit goggles on. So let's go back to the first thing, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I'm already going long. This is why I said I'm going to make this a series. If you're over 40, you're raised in a situation where, children were seen and not heard. And it's time to let that go. That's number 1. Number 2. Okay, this is the second thing I want you to understand. You need to find authors that reflect your livelihood or the way that you lived and read those as well as the ones who don't. But the reason why I thought I hated reading was because none of the stories were written for me. None of them. Well, there might have been 1 or 2, but they weren't being offered in my school reading lists. They were all of situations I had no connection with. And it's funny because when I found situations that I have connection with and people that I can actually identify with, I'm looking around my office because I have like all these books. It made all the other ones more understandable and more acknowledgeable because I felt seen, which is why you need to write your book, which is why you need to get the 21-day course that I have listed down below and go through that. It's freaking 5-minute videos with downloads. It's like the straight simmered down information, no fluff. It's literally like no fluff. So get that if you're looking to write your book and you need some help and you feel lost. Imposter syndrome, number 1. I'll see you guys in the next video. But number 1 is you were told that you need to shrink and you need to not be seen. That's over. Don't do that anymore. Don't write on anybody's page ever again. I just want to, I'm used to not being seen. I'm used to people not reading my book. I'm used to, writing stuff and putting it out there. Don't ever write that ever again. Those days are over. Not necessarily just for you, but for us. We need your information. We need your stories. We need your knowledge. And this is coming from someone who was not an amazing, let me set out and write some books person. I was let me set out and help people who are just like me, who are struggling because I couldn't find anything like it. If that's you, you owe it to people to write your book, and you owe it to people to learn how to get it out so that people read it. We don't need any more books that people don't read, written by people with good intentions like yourself. Okay? I'm passionate about this because I just recently got over the imposter syndrome, even though I've sold almost 300,000 copies of my books. So it's real for all of us. And the next video, I'm going to talk to you about some other things that can help you get rid of your imposter syndrome. But today I want to just take this little bite-sized chunk. Number one, you were told as a kid to shrink and be quiet and whatever, and that was survival, and thank your parents for that. Yay, mom and dad, thank you for keeping me alive, that I can be here and do this. Number one. Number two, that's over. And number three, actually, that was part number one. But number three, you need to introduce other authors in your book, actually in your book reading process, that have a similar life experience. Whether you're a female, male, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. You need to have authors, and you need to go search them out and find them. I'm going to let you go, but I just got off the phone with someone who's going to help me get on some podcast things, which I talk about in the course. And she was talking about how she reads books. She's in Kenya, and she reads books from the U.S. She's like, I can't identify with them. There's some good information in there, but I can't identify with them because our economies aren't the same. And even hearing that, I was like, I get what you're saying. So she has books now from Kenyan authors that helps her feel like she's being seen. I can't say it enough, but I will say it one more time. Number one, parents raised us to be seen, not heard. That's over. You're now the adult. You're the captain now. Number two, introduce readers or books of authors that have a similar life experience to you. And number three, what was number three? We did the life authors. Oh, man. It just left my head. Number one, you're the captain now. Speak up, take space. Number two, author readers that you identify with. Oh, and don't ever write on anybody else's blog that you are okay with not being seen. Don't ever say to yourself that you're ever okay with not being seen. As an author who has ideas to share, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Right? I am on a mission to make sure that I reach 1,000 people. Shoot low. 1,000 people that I can help with my information, my story, fiction or nonfiction or whatever, that's going to help change your life. And I am obligated. I am determined. I am committed to helping those 1,000 people, 1,000 true fans. So there you go. Sorry to go so long. Sorry. I'll do video number 2 here. Make sure you're on the look. Make sure you click like and subscribe. And so you can see video number 2. And I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace. Bye-bye. Like and subscribe. Bye.